Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mathis97, and welcome back to another episode of Smackdown vs. Raw 2008 General Manager Mode. And in this one, we've finally gotten the number one spot in the Power 25. Once again, we've managed to hold on to that for the second week in a row. But anyway, in this one, we still try to come from behind as we are still way down in the rankings. And as you can see, we just got Edge and CM Punk in the last episode. We managed to make a successful trade. You can see the ratings. A 3-star show for Raw, which isn't the usual sort of overpowered ratings that the other shows tend to get early on in this GM. Like, I don't know, that seems to be even worse, I guess, when you, change the settings. The ratings just seem to be out of control. So as you can see, Evolution, Randy Orton and Triple H beat Edge and Rey Mysterio. Elijah Burke pins Mr. Kennedy in a triple threat match. Or I guess he could have made him tap or whatever. And Finlay puts Chris Masters through a table in that one. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and play this one between Batista and the debuting CM Punk. And I got a suggestion in the comments from one of the last episodes to start a feud between Batista and Randy Orton. But I had to turn somebody face. And I figured, I'm not going to do Randy Borton like normal. But I figured I would turn Randy face because I figured Batista, there are some other guys some other top faces that I could have him feud with. Like maybe if I wanted to do Batista and The Undertaker or Batista and Triple H or something, or just some for future possibilities down the road, or even Batista Cena, something like that. I mean, I don't know. I just figured I wanted to try out Orton as a face for a little bit and see how that could work. I mean, he's not going to be your tip. I don't know. Never mind. I don't know. I'm sort of going off onto a dead end there. I don't know what I was trying to say. Anyway, so we're going to try and help Batista get the win here, and then I did for that dirty clean turn. It'll be sort of like if Batista beats CM Punk and then attacks him or something, or maybe even if Punk wins, and then we'll say Batista could try to attack Punk after the match, and then Orton comes down and saves him, and that's how he turns face. So there we go. But anyway, we're still way down in the rankings or the way down in the ratings, I meant to say. And with SummerSlam still a month or two away, I mean, I think this is the first week in July, so we're just getting there. We still have a while to go yet until SummerSlam. Vengeance was actually kind of a disappointment for Raw, so Raw hopefully is going to drop down in the rankings. We'll finally get to start the hype for the SummerSlam pay-per-view is finally going to start building as we go into these next few months because we've had the longest to build up to this, so hopefully the ratings will improve a little bit. But anyway, now as we can see, Batista overpowering CM Punk here, and there's a nice punch to the face. And now CM Punk with a knee lift to the gut, able to counter and escape the grapple hold there from Batista. And as the ratings, that I don't know what I was trying to say. That Monday Night Raw show with that 3-star rating, that sort of gives us a chance to try and this is sort of like an opening to try and gain back some fans. Because usually they get, the 3.5s and the 4s for some odd reason. Because, I don't know, that's what sort of the broken things about this mode is that the ratings don't make any sense. You could get all 2-star matches and end up with a 3-star show. It doesn't make sense. But, I don't know, if they would ever bring back GMO, they should do something calculate the ratings. So, if you look at all the stars and, average that out rather than just sort of oh, okay, we'll give them this for, out of nowhere. Because it kind of looks like it makes sense when it really doesn't. So, yeah, that's one of the bad things about GM mode. But it's still a fun mode to play. And I was actually thinking the other day, because I was thinking after this ECW GM mode, I'd probably be done with SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. But now I'm sort of thinking maybe I could do I'm not going to do Raw, I'll let you know that now, but I was thinking maybe I could do a SmackDown GM mode and not change any of the settings, so, the morale can change, and, what's the other usual setting? The morale can change, and, what's the other one I'm thinking of? Oh, yeah, injuries, so superstars could get injured. I figured that would add a little bit of an extra challenge, as opposed to what I've been doing now, where I'm not saying this isn't a challenge, but, I don't have any sort of handicaps. The main handicap is that I picked the smallest brand, ECW. And it is a challenge because you only get one title, whereas the title, they add a little bit of a boost to your Superstars ratings. As you see, Spinebuster by Batista. And now Batista into the cover, hooks the leg on CM Punk. 1, 2, 3, Batista defeats CM Punk. When I actually did that, I was expecting Punk to kick out of the Spinebuster, and then I was going to finish with a Batista bomb, but oh well. So Batista gets the win over CM Punk, and he's going to start beating down on Punk after the match. And then Randy Orton comes out and saves him, and that's where the rivalry begins. So for the next episode, I should have that Batista-Randy Orton rivalry started up. And I think I also had another suggestion. I tried to, when I get to a point where I want to make, more feuds, because at this point, I'm starting to get to the time zone where I can start making feuds for SummerSlam, because I want to have a few that can carry into SummerSlam, since that's the joint branded pay-per-view, and that's sort of our time. I mean, we're obviously not going to get the main event, but that doesn't mean we can't put on the best match. Because, I mean, usually I think it goes to, the highest rating, and we're not going to catch up by then. SummerSlam is hopefully going to be the turning point when we start to gain back fans. And that, by doing that, we have to be able to have a really good match there. And also, another thing that's been sort of bugging me is, who can I trade for? I think I make a trade in the next episode for somebody, or maybe it's the end of this one, but I was trying, because I don't want to end up, once I get my set roster, I don't really want to trade for anybody else. So I was thinking about maybe trading Bret Hart, but that's really my only legend, and legends get those 5-star storylines, so I kind of have to keep one around. Maybe I could trade Bret Hart for Stone Cold Steve Austin or something, I don't know. But, I mean, I want to kind of stick to, okay, it looks like the capture card messed up there a little bit, but anyway, I want to stick to the more superstars that were around in this time, and not some of the modern ones. So, I mean, guys like Carlito, Mr. Kennedy, Finlay, MVP. If only Shelton Benjamin was in this game. I don't really know why he wasn't in this. I mean, I didn't watch WWE back in 2007, which this game would have been based off of. I had actually just started, and I don't remember seeing Shelton Benjamin in the later half, but I don't know. I didn't really watch too much. I think I just watched Smackdown at the time. I know it took a while for me to actually watch Raw, but I don't know, because Shelton was in 2007, and then I'm pretty sure he's in 2009, the video game, so I'm kind of confused why he's not in this one. I've been watching a few videos, highlight packages with Shelton Benjamin, and just seeing some of the stuff that he does. He can jump, straight up jump from the ring to the top rope. I mean, you don't see many superstars do that. I mean, watching those videos, I can't understand why. I just can't wrap my head around why WWE didn't get this guy. Maybe, I don't really know if I could see Shelton Benjamin as being a WWE Championship guy, but even just putting him into that picture, even as the World Heavyweight Champion, I could definitely see Shelton being a World Heavyweight Champion, but I mean, I don't know, just with WWE, I don't really see Shelton Benjamin would ever be the face of the face of the WWE, just because of how WWE is, especially, I don't know, I just don't really see Shelton as a WWE title guy. He definitely could feud there, because he's put on some fantastic matches. I mean, Shelton was just a great wrestler. Definitely he's like a god in the bank. If there was a Hall of Fame for a match type, Shelton Benjamin would be the first. He'd be, without a doubt, the first inductee into the Money in the Bank Hall of Fame, if that would exist. But anyway, now as we see Mark Henry, he's got Shawn Michaels up for the bear hug. Is this sort of an interesting tag team match I set up here? That we'd have rivals Bret Hart and Johnny Nitro go up against the rivals Kane and Mark Henry, and HBK and John Cena. Try to incorporate some rivalries into a tag team match, and have the rivals team up and see what kind of dysfunction could be caused from this. And I don't know, just seemed like something I hadn't really. I know it's sort of like the Teddy Long treatment, where it's like, what kind of a match can I do? Tag team match, that's it. But I mean, I don't especially when I started these feuds, you have to be able to carry them out. I think 10 plus weeks, something like that. And usually when I get rivalries that are that long, I don't want to go all out with TLCs and steel cages and parking lot brawls. I don't want to start with that, because then the build will start to go down, you'll get the thumbs down ratings, and you'll pretty much have to cancel the rivalry. I think once the rivalry gets a thumbs down, that's when you have to stop it, because I don't think it'll turn around. I've never really seen a thumbs down rivalry get turned around, but I don't think I've really tried, so I'm not too sure. But as we see, Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels got busted open there. Now Mark Henry, nice counter by Shawn Michaels. And now, wait a minute, what is this? Shawn Michaels. He's got Mark Henry up, and Shawn Michaels just stole the world's strongest slam. You see Bret Hart with the Thez press on Kane, but somehow Shawn Michaels had the strength to steal the world's strongest slam and then smash the steel steps into the face of Bret Hart. And yeah, Bret Hart definitely looks like he was taking a beating in this one. I think he's like the most damaged at this point. Him and Michaels are the top two guys. Looks like he's getting beaten up here. That's kind of funny because it's the older superstars, the more veterans in this match that seem to be the prime targets in this one. Kane also looks like he's taking a beating there. Nitro as well, but not quite as bad as the other three. And now as we see Cena and Mark Henry going at it, Mr. Super Cena, he's got to be the only guy who can defeat Mark Henry in this one, right? Because nobody else would be able to. I don't know. That Money in the Bank. I don't really like the ending with Mark Henry tapping out, especially since it had been locked. Cena reapplied the submission hold, and Mark Henry tapped out in 2 seconds. So this doesn't look too good with the capture card. How it's doing that. When I do some of these recordings, I use the flashback sort of feature in the Elgato, and it doesn't seem like it really works anymore. It worked the first few times, and now it seems like there's always a little bit of some sort of problem where it pixelates and stuff like that. I don't know if maybe that's a case where if while the program's open, not recording anything, if it lags, then that's gonna record the lag. Because I had gameplay going for a Superstar Threads video that I uploaded the other day, and for some reason it was really bad. When I was not even recording the video, there was tons of lag as soon as I got to the entrances. Cody Rhodes, I had intended on recording a full entrance, and maybe even, I don't know, it was at the SummerSlam Arena. I was going to record a Damian Sandow and Cody Rhodes entry, and, the capture card just messed up as halfway through Cody Rhodes' entrance, so I had to slow down the gameplay instead of doing other stuff. So I don't know, whatever, it got the job done. It served its purpose, but that was just it was just stupid. I mean, it was really bad, the pixelation, and I couldn't use that. Definitely would have been unprofessional if I had used it. But anyway, backslide by Giant Nitro, and Mark Henry saves the matchup there, possibly by breaking out the pin. And there's a nice... Oh, wait, Mark Henry just took out his partner, Kane. I forgot they were teaming up here. Is that Scrapbuster pin. Some of the moves that they have, I don't know why they ever took out pin combination. Well, it wasn't pin combination, but with the top rope moves, for whenever you couldn't even pin off a top rope move. In 2010, I think they had it where there were finishers that ended with a pin, but in 2011 they took out pins off the top rope moves completely, so that was kind of dumb. But anyway, nice hip toss. I don't think that's what gut wrench suplex. That's what I meant to say by Shawn Michaels. And anyway, now as we see, it's just Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, and not the Undertaker, Mark Henry in the ring, and this nice elbow by Shawn Michaels, and now he's setting up Bret Hart. Pile driver by Bret Hart. By Shawn Michaels, he just stole the pile driver from Bret Hart. And if I'm a little bit off in this commentary, I'm about to do commentary for Universe Mode, and I was sort of using this as kind of like a warm-up commentary, which I guess isn't the greatest of ideas. But anyway, Shawn Michaels, the world's strongest slam onto Mark Henry, and now he doesn't even hook a leg. 1, 2, and no, Mark Henry manages to kick out. And now John Cena on the outside, he's got a sledgehammer. Kane's got the steel steps. And now John Nitro just stealing it from John Cena. But I'm about to do the Capital Punishment pay-per-view, and I think I just uploaded Judgment Day not that long ago. I actually just uploaded it the day I'm doing this commentary, but it'll probably be 2 days before this video is uploaded or something like that, 2 or 3. I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to upload this. But for you guys, it'll have been a few days since I uploaded Judgment Day, but that's pretty much where I'm at right now. I'm about a week ahead recorded on Universe because I like to be able to have stuff done so that way, in case I get sick or I can't do a commentary, something like that, then I'm still able to upload something. That's kind of why I stick to I like to get an upload daily because, I have time to do it, especially in the summer. I have time where I could get a commentary a day in, so, what is this? Mark Henry, nice scrap buster there. Attitude adjustment by John Cena. 1, 2. Oh, no. Wow, really? I thought Shawn Michaels was done there. But anyway, Shawn Michaels kicks out at a count of 2. But yeah, if I can get a commentary a day done, I don't want to go any higher. Unless I'm doing pay-per-view previews, I don't want to do anything more than 1 upload a day because that seems a little ridiculous for someone who's only at, 200 something subscribers. Which, by the way, I don't think I actually mentioned this in a video, but I want to thank you guys for hitting 200 subscribers. I've been like flipping back and forth the past few days, like 218 and 219. Somebody keeps subscribing and unsubscribing. But anyway, Kane and Mark Henry defeats Shawn Michaels there, but I don't know, it's weird. Like someone keeps subscribing and unsubscribing, or maybe random people are unsubscribing and new people are coming in and subscribing. I don't know, it just seems kind of weird. But anyway, Mark Henry and Kane get the tag team victory there. And, wow, okay, my commentary got misaligned. Well, not misaligned, it's not lined up right. Oh my, this is like the same problem I had with the Judgment Day pay-per-view. I have a feeling this video, if this video doesn't have audio or something like that, that's probably what happened. Because I had something sort of like this where it would skip a few times with the recording when I tried to edit in the Sony Vegas, but I'll get to that later. As you see, 3.5, 3-star, 3.5. Yeah, it skipped again. I think the next one's a 3.5 in the main event. Wow, this is really skipping for a long time. So, yeah, if my commentary is a little bit off, that's probably why. I'm not going to upload a video without commentary, but I'll try to get the commentary edited. Like, I'll try to edit the commentary as much, like, as close to the game audio as possible. I'll try to, like, line up the pin counts and stuff like that. So, anyway, we're going to go ahead, and I'm debating whether to extend Edge's or CM Punk's. We'll give Edge the 5-week, and I shouldn't have done that, because now I can't do the 3 months, so I guess we'll extend both Superstars 5 weeks, and I'll just bump them up maybe next week or something like that. Actually, it looks like I can extend one more Superstar 5-week. We'll go ahead and give it to CM Punk. I wish I had just done the 3-month thing in the first place, but whatever. So now we're going to go ahead and build up CM Punk's popularity. Let's hope for a +8, and no, just +5. But yeah, with Judgment Day, it had like a few skips in it, and I'm not going to explain it in this video, because I pretty much did a whole prep for that on that video, so if you missed it, go ahead and check that out. But if there's no audio in this video, or if my commentary is like a little bit off, then I apologize for that. But I mean, I don't know why the capture card does that. I mean, Elgato, it's definitely not perfect, but it's better than Roxio. I can at least upload to you guys in HD. But anyway, here we go. There's the Randy Orton Batista rivalry. I actually did the Triple H Rey Mysterio rivalry already, which kind of made that pointless to touch on earlier. But anyway, I'm thinking in the next episode we maybe put the ECW title on the line to try and bring in some extra ratings. Here I'm sort of looking over who I could possibly trade for. Bobby Lashley's another guy on that list. I'm not going to go for someone like Booker, because Booker is in the newer games. Chavo is also on the list. I already had Umaga, so I'm not going to go for him. But, you know, superstars from, like, sort of the more mid-card-ish guys. Not that Bobby Lashley's a mid-card guy, but, you know, the superstars like MVP, Carlito, Finley, Mr. Kennedy, you know, stuff like that. Chavo Guerrero also works as well. William Regal. But I don't want to get guys, I don't know, I don't really have an option now, but, like, I don't want to get too many legends or focus. I mean, the top guys like Triple H, Batista, and Orton, that's just the 3 I see on my screen, so those kind of top 3 guys, or those top guys I'll still use, because that's what people want to see. I assume that people come to my videos, yeah, we're going to go ahead and try to trade Finley, because, I don't know, I think I looked at his record the other day, he's like 2-13 or something like that, so even though his popularity is still decent, I'm going to go ahead and trade him. But I know people aren't going to want to watch a show where it's just like a bunch of mid-card guys, even if they're at 100 popularity. And I don't, now I'm talking about like people who watch my videos, not the ratings standpoint, because ratings will still go up anyway. But for people who watch my videos, they'd want, I had a suggestion. I mean, for anyone who's new to this series and you're like, well, why do you have John Cena? Nobody wants to see him. I got suggestion. I had suggestions to get John Cena. I had suggestions to get Rey Mysterio. I like suggestions like that, or Triple H, one of the two, maybe even both. But I've had suggestions to get superstars. And I mean, they're top guys, so I mean, why would you not want to see them in the game? So I'm not going to, like, if I go for the big guys, that'll take up a portion of my roster. But then some of the more mid-card guys, unless somebody suggests somebody I want, wow, that was what that. Okay, let me take a second here. Unless somebody suggests someone that I want to get, like I know I got a suggestion for trading Mr. Kennedy for Ric Flair. That's not going to happen, because Ric Flair's one finisher is the figure 4, and the submission system in this game isn't all that great. And plus, I like Mr. Kennedy. I'm probably not going to trade Kennedy. I want to keep him. that kind of applies to Elijah Burke as well. But anyway, thanks for watching this episode of GM Mode. If you could, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, leave a comment if you stuck it out to this point, and keep on YouTubing.